Hi and welcome to this episode. On our previous episode, we were able to generate our survey data directly from our Google Earth. We were able to convert those data from that Google Earth to our survey data. My name is Abel Greykantoma. I'm from GREYTEST Design Consults. This is my WhatsApp contact. You can reach me on this number or call me on any of these numbers, okay? Today I would like us to look at another survey data. I'm having some little challenges with the previous one, so we might most likely still come back to it, or we'll just probably pick up another more complicated data to work with. I wouldn't want to waste too much of my time doing all of that. But if you're able to go through that process and everything works smoothly for you, I tell you a very big congratulations. This is basically how to go around it. Now, to go further on this training, this is another survey data that has a description on it. It's very important that we even use a data that has a description in order for you to have a deeper insight, because in most cases you are going to be working with data that has a description. So you see, this has a point, this has easting, northing, elevation, and then description, right? So we'll quickly import this data into our Civil 3D. So I will just come to my point. I will click on create point. I will click here, import this point. I'll click on this plus sign. It's on my desktop, road sample design. I hope it's not still open. It's open, so I'll close it here. I'll click on open. So this is it. I will select point, easting, northing, Z, description. This is how it is being arranged from our survey data, and I'll click on OK. So I will type ZE and I'll press enter. So you can see that this point has been imported into our Civil 3D. So in a case where you are given a survey data, by the time you are done importing it, those descriptions, just like we did earlier on in the previous video, is important that you understand what is on that description. And like I said, it's also very important that know the location of the site where this road is going to be. It's important that you ask these questions. Ask where the location of the site. That's if you have never visited the site before. And another thing that you can also do, that is important that you do, is import the point or locate the point in your Google Earth, which is also very, very important. So if you look at this from our Civil 3D, I will just come to any of these points. I will right click on it. I will click on properties. So if I click on the property of this point, automatically here down under this geometry, it will show me the easting. So I can simply just copy my easting and I'll come to my Google Earth. I'll click on this pin here which says new place mark. So I can place a mark. I will just name it A. So on the east, I will just paste this and then I'll highlight this or delete it. Similarly, I will copy my northing, Ctrl C, and I will come to my Google Earth as well and I will paste it. So I'll click on OK. So by right, it's supposed to take me to the exact point where that road is, where it's starting from. So similarly, I'll come back to my Civil 3D and I'll come to another point here. Let's say this point. Let's say I click on this one, this particular point. I will come to the properties of this point I hope I'm selecting the right point. It's very, very important that you are selecting the right point. So I will just scroll down to where I have my, oh, this varies. I don't want it varied. Let me just pick another point. All right, good. So I'll copy this. I'll come back to my Google Earth and I'll pick this new place mark and I'll name it B. You can name it whatever you want. You are at liberty to do that. So I will also copy the nodding. And I'll go to my Google Earth. So if you look at this very well, I rotate this a bit. You see, this is where this road is starting. We have an existing road here, which is an existing pavement, and then this is where it stops. So it's connecting two different roads. So we have a road here, existing road. We have another existing road here. So if you go back to your survey data, you can see that we've not really actually started the design per se. So all that we have been doing, you can see we have this. So like I said earlier on, every surveyor has a way of representing his description. So you can see we have PT here. So like I said, surveyors represent their descriptions differently. So you may have to ask at some point what some particular description means. So BLD, I believe this is building. So it tells you around this point we have buildings, we have a center line. So whichever one you don't understand, if possible, you can put a call and make inquiry about it. Ask the surveyor about whatever particular points that, or whatever particular description that you do not understand. What I usually also like to advise is that you always visit the site physically to see what is going on. But for the purpose of maybe for a proposal, you can also trace from your Google Earth to that particular location in order for you to have a view of what is going on. Although it's not going to be as precise as when you visit the site physically to see for yourself. Because when it comes to your Google Earth, it is updated after every six months, and 6 months, you agree with me, is a long time. There could be some changes along that route, maybe a new structure, maybe something that might affect your design might probably be on that location within this next 6 months. So if that is correct, it's also that is why it's very important that you visit, have a physical inspection, do your reconnaissance survey. Very important. If you look at this very well, I think we have like a fence around here. So I have spoken extensively from the beginning about all of these things, so I may not talk very much about all of these in this particular video, but I know that for as many that have been following from the beginning, I'm sure you already have some clarity by now. So if you look at this place, we say it's a building. You can see we have some buildings here. So we have buildings here, so which was represented as BLD. So I can probably maybe rename them as fence or however I want it, right? Or just leave the name building. So I believe along this fence line was where these points were taken. which are very, very important. So you look out for all of that. Part of what you should look out for, existing trees that are along that path, maybe existing drainages that are along that path. So I don't think I have any of such. So you can use your Google Earth to do all of that. So you can see Google Earth is a very powerful application or a software that you should take advantage. So you can see how the terrain looks like. All right, so it's making sense, I believe. So if you ask me, I will tell you that that we have been able to do a whole lot when it comes to design. Remember, you should always check for the topography and all of that, which I have spoken extensively about all of these things. So I wouldn't go deep into explaining all of that again, like before. So whatever I'm going to do here, I'm going to assume it's a flat terrain, and we are going to be designing it at 60 km/h. So everything we have adopted from the beginning, I'm going to continue with all of those data like that. All right, so let's go back to our civil 3D software. So I will simply look at my entire descriptions and the elevation as well. This elevation description. Okay, so you can see it's looking very, very, very large. So I can reduce that 1:200. So our descriptions are going to look a bit smaller now. So we are good to go. If you have been able to watch to this extent, I'll tell you a very big congratulations. I'd like you to just reproduce all that I have done right from the beginning. I have created very, very powerful, interesting, very educative courses on road, on structures, on mechanical, electrical, and also on architecture using different softwares. If you like what you are seeing, make sure you just give this video a like, drop a comment, subscribe to this channel. It's actually 100% free. Make sure you click on the bell icon so as for you to get a notification whenever I post videos like this. I post very powerful videos like this on a weekly, sometimes on a daily, just to encourage as many that actually want to have a deeper insight of design. Make sure you stay safe and stay blessed.